everyone. Today I want to talk about a few different ways that we can elevate our mood if we're having a bad day. Now, I haven't had the best day. I didn't have a good interaction with a friend that I like quite a bit. And, I'm not feeling incredibly sad about it, but I am feeling mildly sad about it. And we have to learn how to get ourselves out of these moods once we find ourselves in these moods, either by our own choice or by circumstances themselves. And I didn't want to make a video when I was especially happy or go-lucky. I wanted to make it when I was feeling a little bit sad. So what I'm going to do for this video is I'm going to brainstorm. I don't have these things planned out. I'm just going to make a video on me brainstorming about how to elevate my mood. And we'll kind of go from there wherever this video ends up or along the way. So the first thing that I think of is that I should maybe roll a dice. Roll a dice, and whatever number comes up, I have to write basically that number of positive statements about my situation right now, and maybe about the world itself. So let's say it's number 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now, those 3 positive statements, they can mean anything to oneself, or they can mean anything for humans in general on the earth. And I think thinking of a few positive statements, looking on the bright side, is a great way to elevate one's mood. Of course, we have the normal things like exercise, or getting your mind off of things by either doing some kind of, or playing a game, or doing something productive. But really, getting your mind off of things isn't always the solution that I would recommend, because getting your mind off of things doesn't really address the things. But when you're thinking of positive statements, like the 3 I just mentioned, then you're actually being productive in trying to see the brighter side of the world, not just avoid the negative side. Now, it just coming off the top of my head, another thing that we can do is that if we're spiritual at all, we can participate in the kind of spiritual actions that our spiritual or religious identity prescribes. Prayer, mantra, meditation. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend speaking in tongues. That's one of them. But also looking for God in everything. Trying to find God in every piece of this puzzle that is this world. There's so many different pieces of this world, but that God is in every single one of them in some way. And I think that if we look for God, then we'll more likely see the unity of everything and how we fit into everything instead of our separation from everything. Because usually when we're sad, we feel in some way separate from everything, or like we don't fit properly. But if we look for God in everything, in whatever spiritual or religious sense we're talking about, I'm not just talking about one religion or one spirituality, then we are more likely to see the unity. As far as people who don't believe in God, maybe we can see the grander function of every piece, maybe, of the puzzle. Maybe we can try to see how really everything fits in, and then of course we'll find our place as far as where every single one of these things fit in. And we have to view ourselves as an equal piece, as a not necessarily better or worse piece of the puzzle, but piece of the puzzle, but definitely a piece that fits, and just find that place, even if we don't believe in God. But if you do believe in God, I highly recommend trying to find God in every single piece of the puzzle, even yourself. Just as the last thing I'll mention, because I just want to make a short video on this, just to kind of help other people raise their spirits, because mine are feeling kind of low right now. Let's see. This is off the cuff brainstorming. I would say try to draw or write the attributes of yourself as being happier. What qualities do you have as a happier person? You personally, not anybody, but you personally. What qualities do you have when you're happy? What attributes? If you can draw this, that'd be amazing, but not everybody can draw every single one of the attributes or qualities. So what qualities, using words, do you have as a happy person? What do you look like? Now, if I'm going to think of myself, and once again, this is just brainstorming off the cuff, I'd say that I would look like that I'm in love. This is very important for me. Being in love, I would have the focus and the warmth of personality even more than I do now, because I was in love. And this would guide me, and these attributes of focus and warmth to other people would be magnified by being in love. So that could even lead to a goal, being in love. That could be a goal based on the attributes of me being in love, me being happier as a result of being in love. Now, if I was going to think of another attribute, me being successful in the job or career that I'm working towards. Now, how would this look as far as attributes go? This would look like somebody who always looked like they had somewhere to go, always knowing where their destination is. Somebody who could be calm when they need to be calm, but when they need to leave, they get up and go and say their goodbyes and don't linger. Punctuality, not just punctuality though, but a force of character that shows that you are going to your next destination because that's where you need to go. You know where you need to go. How about let's think of another attribute. How about a sureness of what one believes. A sureness in that I have thought about what I believe about the world, what I believe spiritually and religiously and politically. Maybe politically, I would say spiritually and religiously most certainly first, even if there's a lack thereof. And when somebody asked me about these things, I would know how to respond. I would know how to basically explain my position, but also be open-minded to learning, make that position open. So basically somebody who's approachable. This attribute could be somebody who is both approachable and kind to others, and also outgoing in their explanation of themselves. So these are kind of a few different attributes that make up this this one point I'm making. But I think that all of the attributes that I've listed are examples of me being happier, what I would look like being happier, what I would be like being happier, and these can compose a better idea of what I need to work towards, and really how I should take perspective from my view of myself right now, my view of where I'm going, my view of what I can do. So this has been a brainstorming session about basically trying to elevate one's mood, and it's been very progress-oriented. It hasn't been trying to avoid the problem. It's been very, I guess you could say, a productive number of productive ways to elevate or increase your mood. And I thank you for watching. Always try to look at yourself, and always try to be productive even when you're depressed, even when you're sad, even when you feel alone. And trust me, I feel alone a lot. And if you can find who you are in those moments, what you're looking for, those moments can be very useful because you can find out what you really want in life, and you can shoot towards it and seek that better version of yourself. So, in conclusion, thank you very much for watching. If you want to comment or you want to ask a question, shoot it down there in the comment section below. If you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up down there. And every single one of you, I love you. Stay beautiful.